What bothers me most is the way he just stands there and looks at me when I'm talking to him. You know, as though I'm a record he's heard 100 times. No expression, no reaction, except maybe once in a while a pained look, like the needle is going over the scratch. You never know what he hears.
He hears everything.
Or what's penetrating that thick skull of his.
He's not stupid.
Oh, that story he made up last night was a masterpiece. It sounded like it came straight out of a comic book. He claims he started to come home at 11:30, but his friend Ronnie wanted to stay a few minutes longer. Well, at 12:30, when he finally decided to come home alone, he'd missed the bus. And of course, he had no money for a taxi. After all, he only gets $10 a week allowance. Do you know what I had to do for $10 when I was his age? That's what I earned for 20 hours hard work at Pulte's Market.
Yes, Kenneth, I know.
So he couldn't take a taxi. Why didn't he tell him all?
What could happen? I'm grounded, of course, until further notice. Who cares? Saw him miss a lousy flick. Big deal. Wanna go swimming this afternoon? No, only at night. In the daytime, I'm a free man. How about tomorrow, then? Okay. Meet at the Johnsons. Better for me tomorrow, too. I better stick around today so we can hate.
Then, of course, Ronnie had to drop his girlfriend off. And that seems taking an hour. Of course, Ken doesn't know exactly, because he says he waited in the car and fell asleep. Now, if I ever heard a cock and bull story,
Maybe it's the truth.
yeah, maybe I'm the President of the United States. And after all, there's only one phone in the whole town. He couldn't borrow the taxi money from one of 10 friends, because he couldn't have used his bike in the first place.
He says only little kids use bikes at night.
So, of course, he had to go home with Ronnie because Ronnie's 16 and he can drive. Of course, Ronnie can't get out of the 10th grade by the time he's 16. You know, why of all the kids in the school, he has to pick the dirtiest, with the longest hair and the most disreputable clothes? I'll never know. Now, can you imagine the girls who were at that party, whose parents let them stroll in at 2 o'clock?
Who else is he gonna yell at? Pick up the books, turn down the record player, mow the lawn, get a haircut. Don't talk to me in that tone.
Children don't have a sense of time.
Yeah. Well, that's why I gave him a watch for Christmas. It's in his dresser, he says. Broken, of course, like everything else I spend money on. You know, when I gave it to him, he promised he would be in by midnight. You know, there would be no more excuses. I just can't trust him.
I just can't trust him. He makes promises and doesn't keep them. He was gonna build a family room for me to entertain my friends in. We were gonna spend the summer making a trip out to the west. Although I must admit, I'm glad he blew that one. Imagine being with him 24 hours a day. It's like he's always mad at me.
He's always mad at me, you know, like I owe him something and I'm not delivering. And if he'd only smile at me or say something civil, the only line he seems to know is, "Dad, can I have a little money?" He gives me nothing but trouble.
Nothing but trouble. I just don't dig
I
him.
just don't understand him.